Hello everybody and welcome to the very first Cabbage log. It'll be an audio log series or a vlog. If you still want to call it a vlog, you can call it a vlog. I really don't care. Anyway, this is the very first one of these, and I plan to try to do these every now and then, or I can try to get on a regular schedule. I don't know what I will do with them just yet. I'll probably do them every now and then when something comes up that needs to be addressed with the channel. In this one, I'm going to address the long-term goals of the channel and the current state of the channel. And rolling into the current state of the channel, a few things to note. There are some series that will not be continuing. Boogeyman will not be continuing. I don't have the hardware to continue playing that game. The current system we have just does not have the horsepower to play the game and keep up with it anymore. Pokemon Eevee Edition will not continue because it appears that the developer is either not actively working on it or the project's been abandoned entirely. I am not entirely sure, but Pokemon Eevee will not be continuing either. A Story About My Uncle is in a state of flux right now due to some difficulty getting through a level. If you'd like to see me continue to try to finish that for you, leave a comment in the videos, leave a comment on this one, and let me know. Hit the like button. Do something to indicate that you want me to continue trying to finish A Story About My Uncle. Because at this point it's kind of in limbo as far as whether or not I will actually finish it. New series starting, Fable Anniversary. That's Fable the Lost Chapters, but it's the updated, basically HD version of it for the Xbox 360. And I got that because the PC version that I do have, I cannot record. I don't have the ability to record it without the screen flickering, and it's not necessarily flickering on my end. Everything looks fine on my end, but when I look at the video after it's rendered, the video flickers, and that's not good. So I can't do that. So Fable Anniversary, new series starting up, and I'm going to have some fun with that one when I actually get into the real meat of the story, because as I said in the first one, my goal is to be as evil as possible in that game, but I'm still going to find somebody to marry, and that's going to be the big challenge, and I have yet to see that happen before. And hopefully I can make that happen. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm very confident I can. Aside from that, I'm going to try to splash in a few other one-off games here and there as needed and as I feel necessary. Other than that, upload schedule, I'm looking at going down to maybe once a week as far as uploads are concerned and public releases are concerned, just simply due to limited time with the computer right now, and that's a lot of personal stuff that I'm not going to air out there as far as what the underlying issues are. Not really issues, but the underlying reasons are for limited computer time and everything. Just know that myself and Flower Soup, we are working to have another system built. It's just going to take some time to get the parts for me to be able to build the new system for her. So until such time happens, she and I are sharing the same computer, so I don't always have a whole lot of time with it in the first place. But that's a lot of different reasons for that, and I'm not going to get into those. That can take a long time to get into. Aside from that, I'm going to be taking more time to work on content for the Versus Co-op channel, which, if you haven't checked that out, I will leave a link in the description below for that. I've done a lot of the primary editing for that, and I've got more content on my plate that's been kind of backlogged for about a year or so that needs to be edited down and ready to be released. So expect more content to go up over there here soon. And in addition to that, you may have noticed the last 2 weeks there haven't been any videos. I did stream last week because I actually felt well, but 2 weeks ago, or well, the week before last, I didn't upload at all, and the reason why was my voice basically went out. It just did not sound right at all, and I didn't feel all that well, so I just canceled all uploads for that week. Aside from what I had already pre-recorded and uploaded, everything else was canceled. I didn't do any recording that week at all to ensure my voice was rested for that live stream on Sunday and healed up. Last week, you may have noticed as well that no videos went up either, and that was because I had a case of basically the blues. I just felt really down on myself for some reason or another. I don't know why. Hopefully, I'll figure it out someday. But until then, just know that I just didn't feel up to recording. So, no uploads for last week. Moving into this week, you'll have this today, and then I'm going to look at releasing another episode of Fable Anniversary this week, and maybe one more video as well, because I've played a few games in the past week and tried to get some. Well, I shouldn't say a few games in the past week. I've tried to get some recording done in the past week, and I just have to go through the footage and see what is good to release and what I'm going to get rid of, essentially. There will be a story time this week. That's going to go up on Saturday on Christmas Eve. That is going to be a nice Christmas special for everybody. So look forward to that. And I think that wraps up current state of the channel. The basically current state of the channel is I'm going to continue trying to put content up here on a regular basis. It's looking probably once a week on either Wednesday or Friday. I need to decide exactly which day, but that's what the schedule is going to be, is a Wednesday or Friday. I don't know what time yet to set the videos to be released at. I will figure that out. So look for that, and look for announcements for that coming up on Twitter in the future. Now, going into the long-term future, looking forward into the future and into 2017 for CabbageFiles. There is something I came to the realization of recently is I don't have any goals for the channel. I don't have anything, that I'd like to see happen and anything I'd like to see accomplished. So I came up with a couple goals, and I made sure that they were reasonable and attainable when coming up with them, because that's always a good thing when you set goals. Always have them attainable. So, first goal of mine, and this will change with the circumstances behind it, is my current goal is by July 2017 to have earned 25 subscribers. Currently, the subscriber count's at 11, and so earning 14 more by 2017 should hopefully be attainable. If not, I'll just push it back and just say, I'd like to earn 25 subscribers. And then the long-term ongoing goal will be to maintain a net positive growth as far as views on the channel and watch time and watch duration. Keep those on an average net growth with them. And what I mean by that with an average net growth is every graph is going to fluctuate and have its ups and downs. But in general, you can understand its trend if you were to look at the graph and then take a line and take all the lowest points and draw a line connecting all of the lowest points. And the direction of the line indicates what the trend is. So if you get one continuous line moving in an upward direction, it's got a net upward trend. If it's moving down, it's on a net downtrend. And currently, it's on a net neutral trend. There's no growth, but there's no loss either. It just essentially, it's got a few peaks here and there, but that's it. And that's not a bad thing. It's, this channel's still really new. It's still really young. And I'm still working on finding myself for YouTube. So that's long-term goal. That's going to be ongoing, is to earn and maintain that net growth and keep that going and get that momentum going. So, looking into the future, I'd like to see more interaction and as well. So please, do leave likes, comments. I will read them and respond to them, and let me know what you like and what you dislike, because it will help me tailor the content to what what you, the viewers, want to see and like seeing me do, and like seeing me play. So just know that I can do. I need communication from you, and I will communicate back with you as far as what is going on as much as possible. So I think that wraps up everything. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry I got a little bit rambly in there, but that's pretty much the state of everything right now. So looking into the future here, I'd like to see more a growth in the viewer base. That's my goal, is to grow the viewer base and do so in a way that I feel like I've earned that increase in viewer base. So that's looking into the future. So thank you to everybody who has watched and viewed thus far. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate your support. And I will see all of you in the next one.